I'm Gary, and this is Coasting with Culture, which is all about combining theme park visits and riding roller coasters with various cultural experiences around the world. After arriving to Tennessee and checking out a few attractions of Pigeon Forge, along with a few drinks, the time has come to enjoy one of the crown jewels of the Smoky Mountains. We'll see how a relatively new coaster fan felt about some of the more thrilling offerings, plus take in some of their festive Christmastime experiences. So I made the decision last minute to go ahead and add Rowdy Bear Mountain Adventure here in Pigeon Forge to the itinerary. Did have this on the first itinerary, kind of thought, well, maybe we'll save it for another time, but then thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead because we're a little early to get to Dollywood. In the spirit of the holiday season, you can take a slide down their snow tubing hill, but we tried the two larger rides, including the Power Coaster and Laser Gun Coaster. In spite of the name, I personally wouldn't count Power Coaster as a credit because it operates more like a car ride where the riders control the acceleration and speed throughout. The Laser Gun Coaster, on the other hand, does fit the qualifications. It doesn't go quite as fast as some of the other rides, but the addition of the guns going for the targets is fun. Plus they had the special where if you get 3,000 points, you get a free ride at the Gatlinburg location. Now, the first time through, Brittany, what'd you score?
601.
601. I hit 3,100. We got a few pointers from the guy after we tried a second time because it was buy 3 rides for $26.99. He gave some suggestions of how better to hit the targets so we could see if Brittany could get the 3,000 points to get the free ride in Gatlinburg. What was your score the second time?
6,001. So I added another 0. And I came in and he's like, you got the highest score of the day. And I'm like, yeah, come on, Gary. Show me your stuff, dude.
And I got 7,100.
I don't even want to talk about it.
And with that, it was time to introduce Brittany to my personal favorite theme park, Dollywood. Normally we'd start by wandering around, but circumstances dictated diving right into a major attraction. Walking around Dollywood here, saw a lightning rod running, and I feel like it's a good time to go ahead and get that in because it's not a given that it's going to stay open. Now, the thing is that Brittany here hasn't done many coasters like lightning rod. In fact, I'd venture to guess none. So no. We are basically going to
0.
Yeah. So we're basically going to baptize her in fire with high octane fuel.
Yeah, moonshine. You don't have any time.
The ride's renovation during the previous off-season to replace the old topper track with iBox track made for a smoother ride than when I first rode it in 2017. It did feel a bit slower than in the past, but was still offering excellent rides. Did our more novice rider agree? Lightning rod. I think we have a fan. We followed up that intense introduction with one of the best aero loopers ever built, Tennessee Tornado. After a few rides, we started mixing in some Smokey Mountain Christmas festivities, starting with the viewing of Christmas in the Smokies. There were some minor tweaks to this long-running show since the last time I had seen it, but it's still an excellent part of their holiday offerings. Since the show took place at Dolly's Celebrity Theater, we were in a convenient spot for Brittany's introduction to one of the single best food items of any park, cinnamon bread. An absolute delight of a treat and a staple of every visit I've made here in the past, if for nothing more than that delightful fresh-baked smell. But why stop at smelling when you can eat it? So Brittany here is the cinnamon bread novice. I'm gonna give her a chance to take her first tasting.
Oh, really?
Yes, I got the forks right here.
Oh.
Now, which
what am
are
I
you going to
doing
try
first?
first?
Oh, we got 2 forks.
So the traditional style is with the frosting. So what you're going to do, get yourself a piece of that cinnamon bread.
You sure as heck know about
That's
that.
actually not a bad way to do it.
I'll be right with all you guys.
Sometimes I have good ideas.
Yeah.
Whoa. Except for any dinner. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay. Tastes like a cinnamon roll. A really good cinnamon roll.
We have a conversion, I think.
There were a few experiences in the park I hadn't tried before, one of which was Chasing Rainbows, a museum dedicated to the life of Dolly Parton. Before getting into the main exhibit, you get an introduction from the Queen of Country Music herself. Inside, you'll find an assortment of items and artifacts from Dolly's life and career. Old instruments, awards, and outfits that she's worn over the years are among this incredible collection that helps share her personal story. I wish I hadn't waited so long to check this out, but since we sort of breezed through to make our next stop on time, I've got an excuse to come back on a later visit. After checking out Dolly's personal collection, we went to the nearby Pine Theater for 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, a fun play about a family's wish to spend Christmas together. The timing of the show's end aligned well with the sun setting, because the many Christmas lights throughout the park began to brighten the nighttime atmosphere with a festive cheer the rest of the evening. This also meant getting to enjoy several night rides, including a solid lap on Thunderhead, which remains a favorite of the GCI wooden coasters, and Mystery Mine, which still has its jerkiness, but I've always appreciated the level of theming that goes into the ride. Plus, I'm a bit of a fan of the Mystery Mine song. We then had a chance to check out the newest section of the park, Wildwood Grove. Inspired by wonder and imagination, this part of the park is home to several family rides and attractions, including the newest coaster in the park, the Dragon Flyer, with one of the more thrilling layouts in the family suspended coaster collection of Vekoma. The star of Wildwood, though, is the Wildwood tree, which comes to life at night with stories and music from the one and only Dolly Parton herself.
Legend says that when the sun goes down and the moon begins to rise, the wind blows through the branches of the wildwood tree, and the flowers and the vines and the crickets and butterflies all come to life, filling the grove with color and music and light.
Followed that up with a spin on the Great Family Coaster Fire Chaser Express, and 2 laps on Wild Eagle, one on each side of the train. We certainly couldn't pass up a few more laps on the excellent Lightning Rod, which was made even better under the cover of darkness. We also enjoyed a jolly ride on the Dollywood Express, getting to see the park's lights from a different perspective. To end the night, we snuck in one final lightning rod lap before park closing, and the finale of the evening was the park's Christmas fireworks display.
Merry Christmas!
While you can't go wrong visiting Dollywood anytime during its season, I'm a huge fan of their Smokey Mountain Christmas Festival, and it's certainly worth visiting at least once, if not multiple times. And I look forward to a chance to come back and see it again in the future. Thank you for watching this Coasting with Culture video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button below to see future videos here on YouTube, like these ones which you may enjoy as well. Additional content can be found at coastingwithculture.com, and you can also follow Coasting with Culture on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for announcements, previews, and updates. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care and safe travels.